What's up, bitches?
I feel like somebody else's podcast starts like that.
Probably all of them.
But I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Because what are they going to do? Yeah, you can't copyright an air horn. Let's talk about our setup. Let's talk about the vibe in here right now. Let's talk about what this looks like. Because this is audio only.
Right. So, everybody close your eyes. Sit on the couch in your bed on a beanbag if you have one. Some people might call it a beanbag.
A beanbag.
We'll talk about that later. Get a glass of wine. Preferably a cheap, shitty, from the box glass of wine.
What are we drinking? We're drinking Sutter Home.
Mm-hmm. We mixed it up. We had Moscato at first.
Well, I'm still drinking Moscato.
Oh, and then I had a glass of Zen. And now Sav's just about to open a new bottle of Moscato.
Period.
So this is something we've been talking about for a while.
Yeah.
This is something that I think is going to be really fun for all involved. For all involved. Basically, we're going to hop on here whenever we can and talk our shit.
Yeah.
Because what else are we going to do?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Not go to therapy.
Not go to therapy. I'm
Can
sure.
you stop doing that?
Me?
Yeah. Let's kick off the podcast with a grievance I have. I am so insecure about my parenting ability with my dog.
She's fine.
You're just so hyper aware of everything she does.
Listen, all of the years that I stuck shit in dogs' ears, have made me hyper aware. I am hyper aware of my own animals. I suck at taking care of them.
It's just that you're always digging in her ear.
No, but I'm not. I was just looking because I was petting her and it felt crusty, and I was just making sure she didn't have a scab.
Does she have a scab?
No, she's fine. She's healthy. She doesn't even have a yeast infection.
Okay. Neither do I.
Yeah. Well, that's good. No, she's good. I do this to everybody's dog. I literally take the fun out of puppies because it's just, they're gross.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for letting me get that off my chest.
You're welcome.
All right. So we're going to get into a little bit about me and Macey. First of all, I'm Sav.
If you don't know.
Well, I don't know how people are finding this, but I'm Sav. I'm 23. I make TikToks, and I'm procrastinating on going to law school.
Yeah.
And that's a little something about me.
Bitch, that's the surface. Let's dig a little deeper.
What do I need to address?
Let's dig a little deeper.
I'm just saying, it's like an intro to when you hear my voice, this is kind of the person that you're hearing.
You're a big booty bitch.
Big booty bitch, a little bitty bitch. Pop that shit. Macey. Macey's Macey.
I'm Macey. My name is Macey. I am... How old am I? 24. I'm going to be 25 next week. I think.
No.
I think.
Yeah.
I do marketing for work. I do freelance marketing for different projects. Pet projects are my favorite. Can't talk. I'm a fucking mess. That's just who I am.
I'm a motherfucking train wreck.
A literal train wreck.
So how me and Macey met,
Mm-hmm.
me and Macey went to school together since elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
And we recently connected because she saw me on TikTok.
Yeah.
And we both got out of long-term relationships, some longer than others.
Picks up my wine.
Some almost engagements, some nowhere near. And Macey said, I think that we're going through the same stage of life right now, and we should be friends.
To be fair, I said, I think we're both going through it. Let's go out and get drunk. And so we did go out and get drunk. And
things have been going since then.
Literally, I don't know what happened or when we decided that we were obsessed with each other, but I don't think there has been a week where I haven't seen Sav at least twice since then.
As we should.
As we should. We have so much in common that I just didn't think that we did. That's so funny to me because we really weren't friends in school.
No.
And you're only a year younger than me. And we had mutual friends.
Yeah.
For a second.
Yeah. But, we weren't really in the same crowd. There wasn't any reason we wouldn't be friends. I never hated you.
Me either.
Yeah. So that's good.
But I'm really glad that life brought us together because the absolute...
Please don't cry. I can't do it.
I'm not going to cry.
Okay.
I'm just saying that the absolute chaos that has ensued since we've linked has been... It's been one for the books.
It has been. And so that's why we decided to make a podcast.
Yeah.
Because while me and Macey are very similar, we have very different perspectives.
God,
and we
I
learn
love
a lot
the way
from
you
each
say
other.
Similar.
Similar?
Similar.
Similar.
Sorry. One of my toxic traits is that I was an English major in school. It was one of my degrees. And I get off on, like, literary discrepancies. They're so good.
Yeah, that is a toxic trait. Thanks for sharing.
You're like, shut up.
Because, like, similar, like, what's it, simular?
It's just similar.
Similar. There's
not, I think you're adding in, like, a U in there, but that's okay.
You know, I also say paprika.
Oh.
You'd have a field day with that word.
That's fun.
It's paprika.
Paprika.
Do
you know why, though? When I was younger, we're going down a rabbit hole already. When I was younger, Blue's Clues was my shit. You remember Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper? They had a daughter named Paprika.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
She was cute.
And she was very cute. She was little.
Do you remember on Twitter? I don't know if you saw this a couple weeks ago, the guy who was originally on Blue's Clues. What was his name? Joe? Steve. He made a video just being like...
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, you saw that?
It was very comfy cozy for me.
I hated it. I was like, where are we getting groomed? Because why does he care what we're doing now?
It was comfy cozy for me.
Good.
That man...
He doesn't know what you're doing.
He shaped me.
Okay. He's like, and you know, I left and I just wanted to come back and say I'm proud of you. And I'm like literally like tuning in from my bed, from my depression room that I've been in for 3 days. Like, Steve is proud of me.
Oh, God.
So there's that. So yeah, that's a little bit about us and how we became friends. And that's just the basis. I mean, we're going to talk more about...
Because it's a train wreck.
Oh, it's a motherfucking train wreck.
But life wouldn't be fun, I think, if we were normal. Can you imagine if we were, like, 9 to 5, we went, like, and worked at a desk job and then came home and drank a glass of wine and, like, slept on the couch? Because can you imagine if we did that?
That sounds amazing right now. Because right now, I'm knowing that tomorrow I'm going to wake up around noon, go to Starbucks, go to Chick-fil-A, come home, jack off.
Yeah.
Go to sleep.
With the rose.
Uh-huh.
Can we talk about that? Can we deep dive into that?
Did you notice it's not on the charger?
Yeah, where is it?
It's on the bed.
It was used.
It was.
Okay. Let's talk about that because I think that's a cultural reset. Because
the rose.
Well, because men that you like fuck with, they remember it.
Yeah.
And they post about it because it changes them.
Mm-hmm.
That's power.
Yeah.
Some would say that's pussy power.
Yeah. And I think that, first of all, Rose, sponsor us. We're talking about the Rose, like, vibrator. It's a clitoral stimulator. Mm-hmm. And it looks like a rose. And I love it because it's not ugly. Mm-hmm. It doesn't look like a big, giant, jumbo dildo. Yeah.
Purple, pink, glitter
It's just
dick.
A cute little rose. And the charger sits on the bottom, so you pretty much have to leave it out on your nightstand. Mm-hmm. But that's great because
it's pretty.
Guys see it and they're like, what's that? And you're like, it's a vibrator. And then it's already out for when y'all
Or you're just like, let me show you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what you do.
And there's memes, too. So that's how that kind of started, is I showed the guy memes. And I was like, yeah, see? And he was like, I want to use that. And I was like, okay, put it in your mouth. Edit that out. Edit that out.
If you could see the look I just gave Sav right now. Because I'll be, like, randomly sitting on, like, my couch, like, 5 episodes into, like, some bullshit show on Netflix. And she'll send me, like, a story of a man that she's, like, been involved with before. And on the story, it's, like, some meme about the rose. And I'm like, God, you've changed this man's life forever. Changed it.
The Tabasco. There was one where they put the Tabasco in the middle of the...
Evil.
Go
to hell.
Burn.
Sav's toxic trait is that every time she disagrees with a man or anybody, she just screams, go to hell! Burn!
As they should.
And then, no. No. Last night. So, okay. Backstory to come. But last night we're laying in bed. Savannah's taking care of me. And she's talking to this man. And he is, like, being disrespectful to her. So she literally just says, go to hell. And then 5 seconds later, I look at her and she's like, what? I'm like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm apologizing. That was
I would
was
like
rude
to
of
say
me.
I would like to say this. I would like to add some context to that. I told him go to hell, followed up with burn. And then if we're foreshadowing, 5 hours later I was getting my ass ate respectively.
Respectfully. Mm-hmm. That's okay.
Tell a man you love to go to hell today. See where it gets you. Might get you a tongue in your ass.
Sav signed off on that one. That bill, it went to Capitol Hill. It was signed.
Not Capitol Hill.
Oh, God.
Okay, so, you know what I have? Oh, things just got a lot more interesting.
What?
I'll pull it out. I'll pull it out later when I need it.
All right, that's fine.
Sip wine.
All right, let's recap our week.
This has been a shit show. This has been unorganized.
Yeah.
A lot of that's going to have to come out.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll edit it.
Okay.
In post.
Okay.
We'll edit it in post. Let's recap our week. Let's start there. I'm down bad, besties. So a couple weeks ago, I have this wonderful little thing that I was born with called linear scleroderma. Look it up. I'm not going to explain it to you. It's awful.
Oh.
But I've been reconstructing like my right side since I was like 2 because of all of the damage that is left on my body. And so I decided I had like some time off from work, and I was like, I'm going to do another surgery and like basically get like a new elbow and some more. Oh, we're serious.
Opens wine.
Some things like that. And so I had surgery. It went well. I was feeling really good. They did a fat graft from my hip to get all like the tissue that they needed. And I was feeling great. I came home. I was staying at my mom's for a while, like had Thanksgiving, came home. And I called Savannah and 2 of our other friends, and I said, like, let's go to brunch. I feel good. Oh my God. Yeah, that's how I was feeling. So we went to brunch, and I hadn't been out in a while, right? So we get to brunch, and we're sitting next to this table of like beautiful gay men. They were beautiful.
They were great.
And we start talking to them, and he's like, "Hey,
sorry, I didn't know you to push that."
Oh my God.
We'll use that later, but I don't need to push that. Okay, sorry.
So we're at brunch next to these beautiful gay men, and they lean over to us, and they're like, "Hey, just so you know, before 4:00, all bottles are $20. Savannah.
Sorry, I was trying to. Okay, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
We're at brunch. There's beautiful gay men. They reach over next to us, and they're like, "Hey, just so y'all know, all bottles before 4:00 are $20. And it's like, and I'm like, "Oh, word." So the server comes up to us, and they're like, "What do you want?" Well, first off, we're just like, we each want a bottle of wine, and then also 2 bottles of Prosecco. Because, like, let's just go ahead. Like, I don't want to pay $40 for a bottle when I could pay $20 now.
So what was our wine order?
For the same bottle. We got a red blend. Pam got a red blend. You got a Prosecco. I got a Zinfandel, and then we got another Prosecco.
Yeah. So we got 4 bottles.
Yeah. And they bring it out to the table. It's absolutely ridiculous because they have, like, chillers, like those little chiller things for each one. And, like, our table's just full of absolute just alcohol.
Yeah.
And, I mean, as we should. We're 20-somethings at brunch. And it was taking a long time. The food was bullshit. It was, like, snacking, like, New York food.
Yeah.
And so I'm just drinking wine. Like, I'm drinking wine. I'm talking to the gay man next to us. We find out he's a drag queen. We're obsessed with him. We start singing songs.
Well, I'm going to have to cut you off, bestie.
Okay.
We weren't singing
I
songs.
started singing songs.
So
I'm going to let you recount it because after that it gets real fuzzy.
yeah, so Macey got shit-faced.
I got shit-faced.
So it was actually me, Macey, Pam, and Sunny. Pam and Sunny are Macey's, like, friends. And they're my friends, too. But they're... Well, yeah, but they're your friends that I have become friends with through you.
Uh-huh.
And, so Sunny shows up a little bit later. By the time Sunny gets here, poor Sunny, Macey's shit-faced.
I was gone.
Like, so drunk. Messaging people that she should not be messaging. Screaming, all too well, Taylor's version.
ATW 10.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
At full volume. Like, Alexa volume 10.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's gone at this point. There's stairs. It's bad. At one point, we did get up and go to the restroom. To which you told...
We did?
Yeah. We walked to the restroom together. I walked you to the restroom. Pam was crying.
Okay.
At this point, you were calling somebody to come pick you up.
What are we going to call him?
Quantico.
Okay. Okay.
We are calling one of Macy's, like, whatever.
I don't even know.
Quantico. We're going to call him Quantico. We're calling him to come. She's calling him to come pick her up, or texting or voice memo, something. And I'm just trying to get to the bathroom and back to the table. Sunny orders a bottle for herself, and the waitress says, I can't do that for you.
Yeah.
So we got cut off.
It was my fault.
And so, yeah. So then at this point, we're like, okay, we're done with brunch. We're going to go out to this bar that's like 10 minutes away.
Right.
So Sunny's completely sober. We all get in the car. We're fine. Everyone's walking fine. Everything's good. And we make like 2 blocks, like 2 turns. And Macey looks at everyone in the car and says, I'm about to jump out of the car.
Reminding everyone, I am a week out from surgery. Major surgery. Just want to remind everybody that.
You suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
And so at this point, Macey jumps out of the car.
Okay. But I didn't jump out of the car. I got out of the car.
You got out of the car. And I don't know, Pam was a lot drunker than I realized at that moment. Now looking back at it, I realized how drunk Pam was because hours later she was drunk. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't realize at that time how drunk she was. Mm-hmm. But she didn't realize that you were getting out of the car. Sunny didn't know you got out of the car because I was the one who noticed, because I'm sitting by Macey in the back seat. Mm-hmm. I noticed that you get out of the car, and so I immediately fling the door open. Sunny starts to move the car, and I'm like, Sunny. And she's like, oh, shit. So I'm like, I'm going to go get her. So I get out of the car. I shut the door. I run across Montrose, which is this, like, busy-ass street in Houston. I run across it, and Macey has jumped over the curb and has face planted onto the grass. Macey says that she fell.
I did.
Everyone else says she jumped.
Respectfully, I fell. Even if I jumped, I fell into the jump. You know what I mean? Because I didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it.
Yeah, I didn't mean it.
So Macey's now face flat onto the grass. I mean, it was bad. Face flat onto the grass, and I notice at this point that she's bleeding. And I'm thinking, I don't know where this blood is coming from. I don't know if this is normal. I don't know, but we're just going to get back into the car. We get back in the car. Macey's out of there. Like, you're blacked out at this point.
Yeah.
And so I'm walking into the car. We don't even talk about the man in the car that was trying to talk to me. The one that called me delectable. We don't talk about...
What?
I told you this the day of or the day after. There were 2 cars in between. So the sidewalk part that you fell on. Right. Sunny's parked here, and there's another lane right here at a stop sign. There's a car that has turned in between Sunny and this car, and then there's a car trying to make a right. The car that had turned in between them was just sitting there, rolling his window down, trying to talk to us. I said, do you see that I'm in the middle of something? He said, do you see that you're delectable?
That's
delectable.
A good word. That's a good word.
And I'm like, this is ridiculous. You get back in the car, and you're laughing, and everyone's like, haha, Macey, you're crazy. Like, what's wrong with you? And then you go, my hip hurts really bad.
Did I start crying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're laughing, crying, though. And so then I'm like, okay, let me look at your hip. And she pulls her dress up, and she's profusely bleeding.
I have on Spanx.
What is
profusely,
the word?
Profusely.
Profusely bleeding through her Spanx.
Yeah. Like soaked in blood.
Yeah. Like blood shooting out.
Yeah. This is true. This is all true.
And I say, oh, it's really bad. And you go, it's really bad, isn't it? I said, yeah, it's really bad. We need to go to the emergency room. And so we drive to an emergency room.
Luckily, there was one like 3 minutes.
Macey was trying to get us to drive to an emergency room that took her insurance. And we were like, no, bitch.
Well, because I pulled down my Spanx and I saw meat. Like actual tissue. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, okay, maybe we just go wherever.
Yeah.
And so all four of us walk into this emergency room. And the people in the ER, they knew that I was fucked up. And what did he say? He was like, hey, girls.
Yeah, and then you were like, I just had surgery, and I fell, and he was like, oh, did you pop, lock, and drop it?
Yeah.
Did you pop it too low and, like...
Yeah.
And starts, like, popping.
So, they only let one person come back with me, which is fine.
We chose Sunny.
Yeah, because she was sober, completely sober. And so Sunny comes back with me. They're treating me in the ER. They call my doctor. He's like, don't touch her. Give her meds. Wrap it up, and I'll see her tomorrow. And what was happening in the car?
Well, Pam, this is when I realized Pam was drunk. Me and Pam were having a heart-to-heart in the car.
Okay.
Just Pam saying, like, how, like, happy she is that me and you are friends. Very sweet.
Well, so that happens that Sunday. That's last Sunday. Or not this past Sunday, but the last one. Yeah. And that brings us to today. So I had to have another surgery because I busted the stitches so bad that the skin literally
3 centimeters open.
Yeah, literally separated from each other. And it was bad. It was bad. I had to have surgery again. It was super painful because they had to put stitches so deep in my body that, like, everything burns. I feel like I'm on fire constantly. I was on bed rest for 48 hours.
Which is why we titled this episode House Arrest.
Yeah, because I'm on house arrest, bitch. We're down bad, like I said. So not only am I in excruciating pain, but I also can't do anything for myself. So let's recount. Should I bring up the ex drama? Okay.
That's a good one.
So I'm in surgery Wednesday, and it took most of the day.
Well, you should talk about your ex.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was with this man for 6 years. We were together for basically my entire adult life, 19 to now. And in July, we celebrated 5 years in June, but we'd known, like, been dating for longer than that, but we made it official 5 years ago, last June, or whatever, 2016, June 2016. And July, I found out he'd been cheating on me with one of his friends, and not just, like, sleeping with her, like, in a full-on relationship with her.
Boo.
Yeah, boo. Anyway, so we had bought a house together. We have dogs together. Our entire lives are entangled in, like, every way. And so I have been going through, like, the process of separation. Like, he moved out. I've been trying to date. Like, we've been trying to, like, completely, like, sever ourselves, but also kind of, like, maintain a friendship because we had been together for so long. And I don't know about y'all or anybody else who's been in a long-term relationship that has ended sourly, that you've, like, still appreciated that person, because, yeah, he hurt me, but, like, he's my best friend regardless. So I was trying to salvage that part of our relationship. Newsflash, besties, never do that. It's not worth it. Mm-hmm. It's awful. Cut him off. Block him.
I can attest to that.
Block him. So he's like when I had surgery the first time, he stayed at the house that was ours, and we took care of our animals. Long story short, I tried to keep him in my life, and it didn't work. So I was at my mom's Wednesday night after the surgery, and I get a call from him, and he's staying at our house taking care of our animals. And I didn't answer because I was asleep, but then I get, like, a couple worrisome text messages talking about, like, I don't think we should ever talk again, blah, blah, blah. For lack of, like, a long explanation, he had gone through my Apple Watch that I had left at my house and seen messages to men that I had been talking to or dating, literally.
Sorry, I did not mean to do that. I was trying to do this one.
He had gone through my Apple Watch, saw messages between me and men that I was dating casually, and I guess got really butthurt. He called them all and told them that I was a whore, a dirty whore. They could have me, and that I had HIV or HPV or whatever. So I know those are two very different things, but I think he told different people different stories. What? So I'm, like, literally coming out of anesthesia, dead on the bed, and receiving these messages, and also receiving messages from the men that received the calls. So that's been my week, dealing with the aftermath of all of that bullshit, and then Savannah taking care of me the best as she could, because I'm down bad, besties.
Yeah, so that's a lot. It's a lot to unpack.
On house arrest.
So we would consider pretty much every guy that he called to be, like, a sneaky link.
Yeah.
And so I'd like to sector over to the TikTok that I made with one of your sneaky links.
Okay.
So that was actually one of the men. If you've seen the TikTok, I made a TikTok with one of Macy's sneaky links. And that TikTok generated a lot of dialogue about rules of a sneaky link. Because and then I broke the rules of a sneaky link. So what are the rules of a sneaky link?
Because I don't think we really know what a sneaky link is.
We don't have sneaky links.
You're right. Well, I think you do.
I don't.
Why do you say that?
Well, let's look at the definition of a sneaky link.
Okay.
I'm sure there is one.
Okay.
Let's see, a sneaky link.
Because y'all ate us apart. Ripped us apart.
Yeah.
Ate us for lunch. Literally.
Okay. A person that someone is secretly hooking up with.
Yeah, so I guess we don't have sneaky links.
When you and another person are fucking but don't want anyone to know about it.
Yeah, so that doesn't apply to us. Because we tell each other. But does that count?
So I guess the question for our viewers, our listeners, is, do you have sneaky links? Do you have people that you hook up with that you don't tell your friends about? And do you just refer to them as a sneaky link? Like, would you tell your friends, like, sorry, I can't hang out, I'm with a sneaky link, or I was with a sneaky link the other day? And is it respected in your friend group to just say, I hooked up with somebody that I don't want y'all to know about?
Yeah.
Interesting. Because, so I had heard that a sneaky link was somebody that has a partner and you have a partner and y'all are like cheating. And that's why I was like, oh no, I don't have a sneaky link.
Right.
Or a guy has a girlfriend and he's basically a side hoe. Like y'all are each other's side hoes. And I was like, oh no, I don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
But a sneaky link, someone that I hook up with that I wouldn't want someone to know about, depends on the person.
Right.
Because I do have people I hook up with that I wouldn't tell necessarily my family about. My sister, it's nothing serious, but I wouldn't keep that from you or Pam or Sunny or anyone.
Yeah, and I think it really just depends on, like, the relationship that you have with your friends, right? Because if you have friends that, if you say something to them about a man or about an experience that you have with a man and it becomes, like, a recurring theme, maybe you keep it to yourself. But if you just can casually speak to your friends like normal people, then I don't think that really applies.
Okay, I do have some people I would consider sneaky links.
Okay.
Because I can hit them up and casually hook up with them.
Okay.
And I wouldn't make a whole plot about that person because it's not anything that could ever be anything.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas, like, there's no meat to the relationship. It's purely hooking up. I'm not interested in ever being with this. It's not wordy. Like, I was telling you about the guy that works at the hospital, the surgical tech. Like, I don't develop a whole plot behind him because it's nothing.
It's a sneaky link.
It's a sneaky link. It's just a hookup.
Okay.
But it's not because I wouldn't. Now I think that's where I'm bending it to fit my
narrative,
plot.
Yeah,
my narrative. Because it's not that I wouldn't want y'all to know. It's just not really worth anyone's time. But I guess, in definition, I did break the rules of a sneaky link.
To be fair, the person who commented on the TikTok, my favorite comment was, somebody come get their dad. Because it's just true. It's just the truth. Right?
Yeah, but Macy, that's your type.
Yeah, I do.
What is your type, Macy?
We're going here now? Okay. I preferably enjoy taller men.
Well, how tall are you, Mace?
I'm 6 foot tall.
Uh-huh.
So tall men.
Mm-hmm.
Tall men, I really enjoy them to be light-skinned or just have beautiful dark-toned skin.
Okay.
That's
like an olive.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a sucker for a beard. Like a good beard.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Not patchy.
Mm-mm. And a dad bod. Like a little tummy and some, like, cake on them. And some good arms and shoulders. That's my type. Which I think is funny because Savannah and I have so much in common, but Savannah is obsessed with toothpick men. Men who look like you could blow them over. Like, literally just, like breathe in their direction and they'd fall over. Mm-hmm. That's hilarious to me.
Yeah. No, it's hilarious to me, too. Give me malnourished.
Oh, my God. I keep thinking about that picture that you showed me. And that he literally looked like he was on, like, an ad for, like, Sponsor the Children. But
no, because I just want, like, I just want it, like, when I'm talking to a guy, I just want to see, like, ribs and just ribs and
so the funny thing is to me, though, that, like, if y'all could see the rotation in Savannah's phone, it's so funny because they all are a type. You have a type and you stick to it. You never veer from the type.
Really?
But let me tell you something. Let Pete Davidson come along. Because the type would be out the fucking window.
I'm gonna type. No, I disagree with you, though. Okay. I think that my type, like, is different. It's like 50 Shades of fuckboy.
You know what? It's not. Because as long as they look like they could kill you, then they're fine.
Yeah. Fair enough. But, like, 8-Ball, he doesn't look like he could kill me.
Yes, he does.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, he does.
Does he really?
Absolutely. The first time... Okay. Savannah's toxic trait... Okay, it also has to do with mine. But I fall asleep everywhere. All the time. Right? Like, I could literally be at a bar and just be sleeping. But the other day, or the first time that I ever met this man, I was asleep in the bathtub.
And I think this goes along with the rules of a sneaky link.
What do you mean?
Because I would consider 8-Ball to be a sneaky link. But you would not bring a sneaky link around your friends.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying. It fits into the topic.
You're right. The first time I ever met this man, I'm asleep in the bathtub. And Savannah is making spanakopita. And it's like 5 a.m. And she wakes me up. I get out of the bathtub. I get dressed. And then there's this man on one of the bean bags. And I'm like, hello, sir. And also freaking out internally. Because I'm like, I hope that we know him. You know? Like, I hope that...
So have I not talked to you about him before?
I think you did, but I just didn't put, like, a face to a name. So I genuinely thought that it was, like, someone you met.
Well, in my defense,
He's
too.
A sneaky link.
What?
He's a sneaky link, that's why.
Yeah, but in my defense, too, we're leaving out a sector of this.
Okay.
Macy had invited over a sneaky link.
Yeah.
Okay, so backstory. We were out, we were drunk, we were drinking, fucked up. Macy's gonna invite a guy that she met on an app over, and I was like, okay, I'll invite my sneaky link over.
Right.
And so I invite mine over, he shows up, Macy's in the bathtub. Where's her sneaky link? We don't know.
Wow.
We don't know where he is. And I asked over and over, Macy, where is he? Because he said he was at the gate at my apartment. And then Macy goes, I sent him home. So I followed the plan. I invited over my sneaky link, and Macy just sent hers. She returned him to send her.
Yeah, because y'all, I was so tired, and the spanakopita was hitting, and I was just like in Savannah's little PJ set, wet hair, just ready to end the night.
Yeah. And did.
I did.
Yeah.
I definitely did.
Not until after a therapy session.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I regret that.
Do you?
I do. I apologize. I don't think I've ever apologized for that. I apologize. I was drunk and feeling some type of way and sleepy. And I was laying on the beanbag.
A silly, goofy mood indeed.
Silly, goofy mood. And 8-Ball was over, and Savannah's like laying next to him on one beanbag, and I'm on the other beanbag. And I just get up and I look at him in the face, and I'm like, I want you to know that you're just another unsaved number in her phone. I said that to that man.
You did.
And then I said, and I'm not trying to be mean, because I genuinely care about you as a person, but I just need you to know where you stand. And he looked back at me and he said, I know.
I think this was after he said that he loved me.
Yeah.
Too. And then right after he said he loved me, Macey said this to him. And then he said, I know. That's fine.
But, I respect a man who knows his place.
I don't respect any man.
Men are stupid, and I don't respect them. That's going to be our intro.
Perfect. So the rules for a sneaky link.
Mm-hmm. Word of the day, delectable. Question of the day, what is a sneaky link?
What does a sneaky link mean to you?
Speaking of sneaky links, I have so many questions, but let's start with this one. It's December. There are a number of men in your rotation.
Uh-huh.
Who are you buying Christmas presents for?
That's a good question, Macey.
Yeah, I think it is.
So I think that right now, I'm not buying Christmas presents for anyone. Are they going to know that? No. Okay. I'm telling them that I got them a Christmas present.
Okay.
Because run me my gift.
Yeah.
And,
Run me my gift.
Run me my gift.
But honestly, their gift is your present. Like, your presents.
My presence is a present.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like I can chalk up, like, a pair of socks.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I mean, I don't really, like, to be honest, I don't think that it's anything serious to, like, get... What?
I had the best idea just now.
Okay.
You get your sneaky link a sneaky link basket. Like a pair of socks and a toothbrush.
I'll tell you something. I did that for Backpedaler. I actually did that one year.
Okay.
Like, me and him talked around this time.
Mr. Armstrong.
Mr. Armstrong. Yeah, we're going to call this guy Neil Armstrong.
Lance
Armstrong. Neil was on the moon. Lance was on a bike.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, Lance Armstrong, yeah. So, we'll just call him Lance. Okay, anyway. Macey, it's all over the place.
I love it, though.
Okay. It's all over the place. Okay, so, yeah, a sneaky link basket I think would be cute. And what would we put in a sneaky link basket?
I think like a pair of socks, a comfy, cozy pair of socks. Like a Christmas pair of socks.
Mm-hmm.
Condoms. A toothbrush. Some floss. I don't fucking know.
What about like a do-rag?
Yeah.
That's cute. Like,
yeah,
or like
maybe
a silk pillowcase or
yeah,
a bonnet.
I was just going to say that. A good pillowcase. Because don't be leaving your stink on my pillowcase.
Yeah, but also, how weird would it be to like, your sneaky link comes over and you're like, time for bed, where's your pillowcase?
I think that those are rules that you have to set. Like,
I don't set boundaries.
That's why they're all in love with you, Savannah.
Oh, Lord. Okay, but yeah, I think that, like, a bonnet or something to, like, put on your hair so that, like, if you leave yours at home, cool, like, fine. Yeah. I don't know, that's cute.
Toothbrush, condoms, socks.
A cock ring.
A cock ring. We could do lube. Like some flavored lube, some, like, warming lube, something fun.
Yeah, okay. I think that's cute. So, and that's all stuff that, like, a guy gets you a present. I think we could have one. Just make one. And then if I get a present from a guy, then I have one. If another guy, then I would make a new one.
Savannah?
What?
It's giving treasure box. It's giving pick from the sneaky link treasure box.
Oh.
There's socks, there's lubes, there's a cock ring. Pick.
Every time you make me nut, you get a ticket.
Yeah.
And every time you get a ticket,
you get to go to the treasure box.
My ex has no tickets.
Oh my God. But you know what? His new girl don't need tickets. She's got...
So, yeah. So, yeah, sneaky link. I will say something. I do have an update on the whole Christmas topic.
Okay.
So, I talked to 8-Ball about Christmas.
Okay.
He said that he was Christmas shopping for his sisters. And I said, going broke.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, never.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I've been putting your present together. It's really cute.
Because that's what we're doing right now.
He said, my present, I wasn't expecting one.
Good, as you should.
I said, oh, LOL, my bad. He said, you don't have to. I said, okay, I'll return it.
Okay.
He said, I'm just saying, LOL.
Okay, LOL.
LOL.
Speaking of 8-Ball, can we talk about who else is on the roster currently?
My roster is toxic right now, bestie. My roster consists of 4 men, all who I've hooked up with from like 4 years ago.
But that's comfy.
It's not, because I swore I wasn't going to do this anymore. I swore that, like, and for a while, everybody on my roster...
Thank you.
What? Was that too much wine?
No, it's great.
Everybody on my roster was, like, new, and it was fresh, and it was exciting. I was building relationships with people. I was starting over.
Right.
And now I've resorted back to old ways, old men.
Can we talk about Voice Memo Man?
Sure.
Have we heard from him?
No, because I didn't reply to him.
Right. But the whole idea that he was over here...
Okay, let's do the whole story. So,
okay.
First of all, the people on my roster consist of 8-Ball.
Right.
8-Ball is a sneaky link that I had years ago. We talked. He ghosted me. And then I got into my relationship. After my relationship, he came back into my life and was obsessed with me.
Yeah.
He loves me. He would like a relationship with me. I'm not going to be able to get there with him. Ever.
Right.
I keep him around because I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Next guy that's on my roster is Lance. Lance was another sneaky link I had a while ago who we were talking and I wanted a relationship with him and he didn't want one with me, and now he would like one with me.
Right.
And I don't know if I'll ever be able to get there with him. Then we have Cantaloupe.
He's my personal favorite.
Who's quite literally the love of my life. But he's over in Czech Republic. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have another former sneaky link. I don't know what we'll call him. The one that's like, I hope you started your day. And
let's call him
Draco.
Or Hemingway, because he's so poetic.
Okay, Hemingway.
Okay.
So Hemingway, same kind of thing, besties. I liked him, and I wanted a relationship with him, and he did not want that with me. And so now, after my relationship, he would like to have a relationship with me.
Run back.
Mm-hmm. It's giving please spin back.
It really is.
So that's my roster. It's pretty pathetic.
It's not.
I'm trying to build new relationships with new people who I didn't once sleep with 4 years ago. And that's mentally draining. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you a story about a guy we'll call Voice Memo Guy. Oh, look, if it isn't another man.
Is your phone in shambles?
It is. This is another man that I hooked up with 4 years ago. How we go fuck with each other when you don't write back?
It's giving spin back for real.
Voice memo guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking to this guy. We're sending each other voice memos. I'll play a couple for you just so you can see, like, what the vibe is.
Got a vibe.
What kind of vibe? Baby, are you coming for the ride?
I fuck with how, like, I could tell you really put yourself into that answer. Like, most people would have just gave, like, some half-ass response. Like, oh, loyalty, kind, gotta be nice. You know, some bitch.
Besties, we just spilled a bottle of wine.
It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, we'll deal with it later. No, and it's all your fault. It's all her fault.
She remembered it all.
Okay. So yeah, it's voice memos. They're long.
Facts, I fuck with that. Facts, I fuck with that heavy. Yeah, self-sabotage is crazy. Like, people really sit there and convince themselves of some shit that's not even going on, you know, like, start tripping. Like, my most recent relationship, she was cheating at pretty much a lot of relationships, so she would, I guess, at her feeling guilty and stuff, she would start projecting on me like, oh, let me check your phone. Let me see what you're doing. Who are you with? I'm like, yo, why are you acting like this all of a sudden? And she was just projecting. She was feeling guilty about.
Okay, that's enough. First of all, any man that says my ex-girlfriend cheated on me, red flag.
It's giving Quantico.
Yeah. So
he needs to blow his nose respectfully.
Yeah, take a Claritin.
Yeah.
So he comes over to my house and we hang out for roughly 20 minutes and then he tells me that he has to leave. Pretty much his mom was calling him asking where his brother was, and he had dropped his brother off at a girl's house or something, had to go pick him up. And so I was like, it's cool, bye, like, whatever, no hard feelings. And after he left, and I'm assuming that, like, that's not true. I'm thinking maybe he didn't like the vibe, he didn't think I was cute, whatever. But I didn't say that. I just took it at face value. You say this is your story, so okay, fine by me. And he sends me this once he leaves.
Nah, it matters because, like, I want you type shit. So I'm not, I'm not trying to fold. Like, I don't want to fumble this bag, you feel me? So, like, I gotta take it heart to heart type shit, with, you know? But I'm gonna make it up to you. Word. For real. I'm gonna sell my little brother and get you, like, 3 pairs of shoes or something.
This man just said, I'm gonna sell my little brother and get you, like, 3 pairs of shoes.
I mean, as he should.
Right.
So, he sent me a voice memo before that, which was really sweet. He just said that he felt bad, and he thinks I'm pretty, and he wants to bring me flowers. So to that, after we had that conversation, he didn't really text me a lot, and I just told him, best of luck to you. And he said, my bad, I'm not trying to dish you, just some major shit happened yesterday, and I'm still processing it. I still want to see you. I said, I'm sorry to hear that. I just lost interest. Lots of red flags. I hope you recover well. Let me know when you want to get your hat and your glasses back. And he said, red flags? Damn. Can I ask what they were? And hopefully we can be good friends, though. Because I fuck with your vibe for real. And bet. I'll let you know. I'll try to get it before you start next week. And before we start next week. So I guess by next week. And I just put the thumbs up, like, little reaction.
Yeah.
And then he said,
Low-key, I'd like to know, like, tell me, like, I fuck with you heavy for being honest with me. Like, that goes a long way for it. Like, I fuck with that heavy. But, like, yeah, I'm kind of wondering, like, where my red flags are type shit. You know, like, I want to know, too. And, like, I don't think it would last, so I'm, like, genuinely, like, damn, like, did I do something type shit? So, yeah, if you could tell me, that would be, I would really appreciate that.
okay, you're reporting live from a bowl of mashed potatoes. Like, we can't hear anything you're saying.
Or, like, it's giving, like, he has a restaurant job, and he's, like, recording it.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, that was pretty much it. He just wanted me to tell him what his red flags were.
Which, go to therapy.
Right.
Man,
In hell.
So stupid.
Go to hell.
Merch coming soon. Go to hell.
And in the back, burn.
Yeah, burn. And then, small print on the bottom of the shirt on the back. I'm sorry. No, but that's just so funny to me because men are so stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Because he could have handled that situation in a way where he could be over here right now. You know? Like, he could have been like, oh, my mom's calling me, I have to go get my brother. And then he could have called you after the situation was done and said, I'm so sorry that ended that way. I'd love to see you. Like, that had nothing to do with you. Because all that you're asking for is communication.
Well, and I think that he did do that with that voice memo. He was like, I feel like an asshole. I'm really sorry. I think you're really pretty. I want to see you again. I want to bring you flowers tomorrow. The problem is that he didn't.
Yeah, there was no follow-through.
Right, and so after he said that, it wasn't just a situation, because that's the difference. I talk about the difference between self-respect and self-sabotage a lot. Are we doing something because we respect ourselves and we just want the best for ourselves, so we're cutting off the bad? Or are we anticipating that something is bad when it's not and cutting it off in order to respect ourselves, but we're actually sabotaging ourselves?
Switching gears. I'm switching gears.
Okay.
You had a big week on TikTok.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, we are.
What do we need to talk about that for?
We had a big week on TikTok, and I want to say, just to say this in a public setting. I'm really proud of you for, one, standing up for yourself. And I'm also really proud of you for, two, doing so in a respectful manner.
Thank you.
Because nobody deserved respect from you, and you gave that.
Thank you. I'd also like to say that you're not the only person in my life who has told me that they are proud of me for that.
Yeah.
And I think that that's important for me to mention because no one else saw what was going on my side in my personal life.
Right.
And how many people were telling me, you need to stop this. You need to speak up for yourself. You need to say something.
Yeah.
And I didn't because I didn't want to start shit.
Right.
And so I really do appreciate your support and my sister's support and just everyone who's told me that that was like the right decision. And it felt so good.
Right.
It felt so good doing it.
It had to. And I'd like to speak on it in a way that shuts down that narrative for anybody else. If you have a problem with the way that it was handled, respectfully go to the other creators page. Because Savannah handled it with respect, with grace, with like literal loyalty that wasn't deserved. She never threw anybody under the bus. She never said names. She literally just told her side of the story, which she's absolutely entitled to.
Can we talk about it a little bit?
Yeah.
I want to keep the same energy because I really do think that that's the only way to handle the situation.
Yeah.
But if for some reason like people are lost, I don't know when we're gonna post this. I don't know how many TikToks I'll post between those and when this comes out.
Yeah.
So it may kind of be hard to find. But basically, I was in a public relationship with my ex-boyfriend that I was with for 2 years. I broke up with him 6 months ago, and I have not spoke publicly about why we broke up. There is no story time. There's no tea on why we broke up. We broke up. We had some issues that we couldn't fix.
And I think that's the hard. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think that's very hard for people to understand that a relationship can end amicably.
Yeah.
It literally ended because it was over.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So stop with the theories, stop with the speculation, stop with the are you and what's his name still together? No.
Right. And I think also too, like, it's for children in relationships, they believe that the only reason you'd ever break up with someone is because someone cheated.
Right.
And so people will say, well, did he cheat on you? And I say no. And then they say, well, then you must have cheated on him. Also no.
Yeah.
No one cheated. No one cheated.
Yeah.
And when I broke up with my ex, I had every intention of getting back together with him. I'll say that. It was meant to be a break so that we could work on some things separately and so that we could understand the severity of where our relationship stood because it was in shambles and it needed to be fixed, and it could only be fixed if we worked from the ground up.
Yeah.
And after we broke up, there was a lot of toxicity on both ends.
Right.
And it just was unrepairable.
Well, because under pressure, people start to show their true colors. You can think that I know this literally better than absolutely anybody. You could think that you know everything about a person, and then when you see them crumble and realize that the insides didn't match the outsides, things change.
Yeah, for sure. And so that was really it. I won't say that every time I've spoke about my ex, it was always in a positive light. But I will say that people did misconstrue things I said and bring it back to him. Because that was another thing about my relationship is that my TikTok is for the girls.
Yeah.
It is 100% for the girls and always has been. Specifically, my marginalized girls, my big girls. Like, that's what my page has always been about.
That's who you make content for.
Right. And of course everybody else is welcome except for men, but like that, I mean, I'm here for the girls. Like, that's what I'm a girl's girl, like, through and through. And I knew that when I was in a relationship with my ex, that a lot of women would sit back and watch our relationship and say, I want that. I want him. I want the relationship that we have. And I knew that if one day it came to an end, that there would be tons of girls who would be after my ex simply because of what they saw on TikTok. And I trusted my partner, my previous partner, and that he wouldn't let that get to him, and he absolutely 1,000% did.
Yeah.
And he became like a thirst trap kind of account. He's going live. He's talking to these girls who are talking illy on me in order to make themselves look better. They're victimizing him. They're babying him. I would never do what she did to you. Oh, you poor thing, come here. Like, and he loved it. He loved the attention. And I mean, those are people that I brought to him through, like, you know, through our influence and our relationship. It's weird. It was always weird to me that, like, while I'm posting and talking about dating and stuff, I'm talking to the same people I always have. You're talking to people who were envious of our relationship, who wanted you the entire time they were supporting us.
Can I say something? And if you want me to cut this out, I will. But respectfully, you have 500,000 followers and he has 50,000. So he knows where the content is where the views are coming from.
Absolutely.
So he's gonna milk it. And
Absolutely.
you can be respectful all day. I don't owe him anything. So I can speak on whatever I want to speak on. Respectfully. So I'll say that I want everyone listening to this that has followed Sav for a long time or saw the relationship TikToks or found her for the Starbucks shit. I want you all to know that if you think that this isn't calculated, you're a fucking fool.
Yeah.
And I want you to think about how that feels as a person, regardless of the follower count, regardless of the videos, regardless of the TikToks, what it feels like as a person to watch your ex-boyfriend that you loved, whatever, trust, and lived with, manipulate your emotions, use your feelings for clout.
Yeah.
Because that's something we're not talking about, and that's something that needs to be said. Is that this isn't just two people break up after they were in a public relationship and they're getting over each other. This is please don't forget about me. I'm going to hurt you so that people continue to listen to me.
Yeah.
And that is the bullshit that I think, that's what we're not talking about. Is because everyone on your shit that's like, well, he's just getting over it. Like, whatever. Respectfully, no, he's not.
No, he's not.
Because if he was getting over it, he would put work in himself. Like, he's allowed to post whatever he wants, but he's doing this for a reason. He's manipulating the narrative because he knows that without it, he doesn't have anything.
Well, and that's the thing, too, is, like, when I made these videos, I think I got lost in translation in some of them because there were a lot of girlies commenting on my videos and I guess trying to give me, like, their 2 cents and, like, their advice.
Yeah.
And they're like, you need to block him. You need to leave him alone. Like, he's not good for you. You can do better. Like, he's playing both of y'all.
Yeah.
And I wasn't being played. Because I love him and I care about him, but he wasn't playing me.
Yeah.
He couldn't possibly play me because, if anything, he's playing himself and he's playing the girl that he's pretending to be in a relationship with.
Yeah.
And it's so complex and it's so hard to explain. But I never once felt played emotionally in regards to our relationship and our feelings for each other.
Because real life,
I felt played
right.
in how he was performing on social media.
Right.
And that's just what people aren't grasping. And I don't think I did a good job of explaining where my frustration lied. It wasn't at the fact that he was with another girl while talking to me, or that he didn't want to be with me, or he did want to be with me, and he's hurting my feelings. It was, look, you guys, this is a fake relationship. He's doing this for clout. He's doing this to make me jealous, and he's being vindictive, and of course it's going to frustrate me. And so for everyone saying I'm bitter, this is exactly why. It's because y'all are being played.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tired of people trying to... I mean, like, this was something I was going to talk about, and I felt so, like, foolish, and I felt, honestly, like a pick-me for saying any of this. But I could not stand, and I know you'll get this, Macey, I could not stand these girls coming onto his page and saying, you look so happy.
Yeah.
You look so happy. Y'all are so cute together. What an upgrade.
Yeah.
As if that woman has ever cooked for him, has ever cleaned for him, has ever taken care of him when he was sick, has ever bought a dog with him, raised a dog, spent holidays together, got in a fight, made sacrifices for that man. It's a slap in my face for him to leave comments up of people calling her an upgrade when she's the furthest thing from an upgrade because she's not even real.
Yeah.
She's not a real girlfriend.
Yeah.
Maybe y'all think she looks prettier than me, and that's fine. I'm fine. And truthfully, let this, for the record, state, I think that her BBL is bad, but I think that she's a pretty girl.
Yeah.
I don't think she's ugly.
Yeah.
If we're being completely honest, I'm not sugarcoating shit. I think that her body is ridiculous and it doesn't make any sense.
Ridiculous.
I think it is. I think it's blown out of proportion. But I don't think she's an ugly girl.
Mm-hmm.
And if someone were to say they feel like she's prettier than me, that's fine. It really doesn't bother me. But an upgrade hurts me so much because that's not his girlfriend and he doesn't love her. And it's a slap in the face for people to feel like they can judge. To put two women against each other is weird, but to judge a relationship and to say something's better than another when it's not even real. And that's where it was disrespectful to me. Is I talk about men all the time on my TikTok and men I'm dating and stuff, and not once have I recalled one person saying, this person sounds so much better than your ex.
And
you know?
Yeah. And let me say something about that, because how dare they speak on something they don't know shit about?
Yeah.
Because you can't say it's an upgrade, because respectfully, even your followers, nobody was there for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Nobody saw behind the scenes.
Oh, of course not.
So they can't sit there and be like, it's an upgrade, because don't speak on shit you don't know about.
Right, and that's why when I said what I said, I'm not trying to get anybody to understand my pain, or if I wanted to feel validated and I wanted people to acknowledge my feelings and understand my feelings, I would talk publicly about my relationship, where it went wrong, where it was right, what happened, break down play-by-play, the whole thing. I'm not looking for that on social media.
Yeah.
That's not the place for that. I have a support system. I have professionals that can help me with that. The only thing that I wanted to acknowledge was the presence and the narrative on social media.
Yeah.
And that's what I spoke on. And I stand on that. I stand on everything I said. I don't like that he allows people to talk about me disrespectfully and call the new girl that he's around an upgrade when he's telling me in my phone that he still wants to be with me and that relationship is fake.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate people disrespecting me for the sake of her, who's not real. And then on top of that, the video that they made about me. That was ridiculous.
That was disrespectful on another level, and that's what I mean about, like, people changing under pressure when you least expect them to. Because I think that it's so funny that somebody could be so about you to the point where they're, like, bringing you flowers every other week and dropping off dog food for, like, the dog that you raised together and begging for your attention. And then on the other hand, literally, like, slandering you on the internet for clout. That's the problem. That's the whole issue. That I just don't understand how people are, like, how anybody could sit there and be like, I'm on his side.
Right. And to that as well, because I'll address there's comments that somebody made on his page that they were like, well, this is only one side. You only saw her side of it. And even though she has receipts, I'm sure he has his too. And I addressed this because he addressed it by liking it and supporting that comment. And so this person was basically saying that, sure, my ex has talked shit about me online, but I also have. And again, I've said, I've called my ex trash, and I've called him a narcissist, and I've called him manipulative, and I stand on all of those things.
Yeah.
But all of those things, this is what I'm saying, is all of those things that I said about him, the night that I found out that he had moved on to this co-star that he has, I cried on my kitchen floor, Trisha Paytas style.
Yeah.
And I badmouthed him on social media. He badmouthed me on social media. And then that same night, he came over and he laid in my bed with me and held me.
Yeah.
And so for people to say, for him to support a comment that's like, well, you talk shit about, she talks shit about him, he accepted that. He knew about that.
Yeah.
And he heard everything I had to say. And still after that, he laid in bed with me. Now, I saw the things that I saw that he did, and I didn't accept that. And I spoke out about it. Does that make sense? So there's a difference there because the boundaries are different.
Yeah.
He was okay with what I said. Enough to see me again and talk to me and still have a relationship with me. But what he did to me, I didn't appreciate, and I don't respect that. I don't understand it, and I'm not going to tolerate it.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going with that. Is he supporting this comment, but like, you continued to have a relationship with me, whereas I cut ties. I was formally disrespected by what you did.
Yeah.
You're just now you're backtracking in order to like not look like shit.
Yeah.
And to that too, also an update on it. He's posted numerous stories on Instagram, still with the co-star, pretending that they're still in a relationship. And he has made a post calling me a petty ass hoe.
Yeah.
Which one of his friends asked me to come over to his house last week. And I said no.
I feel like if you were a petty ass hoe, you would have been at his house last week.
Yeah, I'm posting TikToks with him.
Yeah.
And acting like I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
But I didn't. So that's that. I mean, it feels good to, like, talk about it kind of casually now. Like, I've said what I need to say. There's no need to I don't talk to him anymore. So there's nothing anymore that he could do to me behind the scenes besides throw shade at me on stories, which are public. And I'm happy that people's true colors are showing.
But it's just, I want you to realize, though, Savannah, and I know you do, but I just want to say it out loud, that those stories are for nobody but himself. You know what I mean? Like, they're not, like, to be ugly towards you or whatever. They're literally so that he stays relevant. Because the second that you stop giving him and his co-star attention, they fall behind. They're going to fall back into the cracks.
Well, yeah, and I think that he's hoping that him and his co-star are going to go viral. But, I mean, if they do, your reputation doesn't change. And your character doesn't change. And the person that you are doesn't change.
Right.
And I'm happy that I've built a platform being genuinely me.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry about slipping up and people finding out who I really am.
Yeah.
There's nothing that my ex could say about me that would shock anybody.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I know what I said was shocking to people because that's not the person that he perceives himself to be.
Oh, yeah.
Portrays himself to be.
Because it's all about self-awareness.
Yeah.
Because he genuinely thinks that he's not in the wrong.
Right. And that, too, like, I also want to say there's tons of other stuff. Excuse me. There's tons of other stuff that happened behind the scenes that I never have spoken about publicly. And I don't plan to unless shit kicks off. But that's, again, I'm trying to reiterate that I was purely trying to address what was going on social media, the accusations I was getting, the hate that was coming my way from his supporters who were trying to defend him on something they knew nothing about. I still have not gone into our personal life, our personal relationship, and just different things that were said and done after our breakup because I'm not looking for that on social media. Makes sense?
Makes sense.
I'll come to you about that and my sister and my dad.
Yeah.
But I don't need to go to social media to get people to validate me.
Right, because respectfully, you're relevant without him.
Right.
Anyway, switching gears. What do you want for Christmas?
What I want for... I actually have a Christmas list this year.
Tell me.
I'm back on the James Avery bracelet.
Love that.
Because you have one and Pam has one and I have one, but I don't have any charms on it. We were looking at those the other day. I think they're really cute. Okay. I want a Bissell. Yeah. The little pet, like the one you have.
The little green clean machine.
Yeah, I want one of those. Yeah. I'll say I got one time. Mm-hmm. I got one time and it didn't work that well. And I returned it. But I would like one because I see that they do work.
Yeah, it works great.
Yeah, because I don't clean Cardi's piss out of the carpet like I should. Like the job's not getting done, bestie. And I also want my lotion that I use, my lotion and my spray. Your Bum Bum. Mm-hmm. I told my dad about it. It's my favorite thing in the entire world.
It's good.
It's so good. Mm-hmm. I love it. Yeah. And I think that's all that's on my Christmas list, I think. I don't really have anything. I want my eyelashes that I like. Yeah. And my stocking, hopefully. Yeah. And
I think Christmas is going to be fun.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think we have fun things planned all the way up until Christmas. My Christmas list this year is boring because I told my parents.
I'm sorry, breaking news.
What happened?
Portland sent me a video.
Oh, let's watch it.
Let's do a photo shoot with my Hellcat baby.
Okay. Is he in a ski mask? Oh my god. Y'all, there's never a fucking dull moment. I just want our lives to be normal. I just want a normal life.
How we have fun. What's on your Christmas list?
Like I said, I got in a car accident, so I told my parents I want them to pay the deductible for the insurance.
That's how you know you're getting old. I want a Bissell little green machine, and you want
my car deductible.
Uh-huh.
No, I think though on my actual list, I really want some more stuff from Truly Beauty, and like Savannah dragged me earlier because my house is a fucking wreck. She was like,
no.
She was like, look at your bathroom. Does it deserve $200 skincare? And I was like, no, but I still want it.
I just hope that you clean your bathroom before.
I will.
That's our New Year's resolutions, though. I'm sure we'll do another episode where we strictly talk about
New Year's
resolutions.
Yeah.
But first of all, I'd like to say, New Year's Eve. We'll get into this later, but for the record, New Year's Eve is my second favorite holiday.
Okay.
I love it.
Can I say that I'm gonna be a whore for this New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Because it's 2022 and it's Taylor has a whole line, Taylor Swift, of 2022 merch coming out.
Perfect.
Because it's like 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can we make a pact that we're gonna hang out on New Year's Eve?
Yes. Well, what the fuck? What else did we do?
Well, last year I had a shitty New Year's Eve.
Same.
I had a shitty New Year's Eve. I was with my ex and my sister and her husband and my dad, and we were hanging out doing the New Year's Eve stuff. But I was like trying to get lit and have fun, and everyone was so fucking annoyed with me. And I'll say I'm not annoying when I'm drunk.
I am.
You're obnoxious, but you're fun.
Thank you.
I was just like, woo, like let's like turn up, like let's like that's something too, and like your relationship, your life didn't stop for your relationship. In my opinion.
I'm sure that he would have liked it too. I just didn't allow it to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, boundaries. Because, like, Macy's life was fun. You were going out with your friends. Like, I didn't have any fucking friends. I never went out, not one time.
Yeah. No, we'll do something fun for New Year's Eve. But I think that, spinning back, Christmas, the car deductible, Truly Beauty. I really want some more Astros gear. Like a nice, like a jersey. Like an Astros jersey.
Okay, who do you want on your
giving
jersey?
Lance McCullers.
Okay.
Fucking daddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I just want, like, cute things. Like, something cute. Like I love, like, little trinkets. You know what I mean? Like, something cute to, like, put on my, like, fireplace. Or, actually, you know what? Home decor. Because I have nothing in my house. Like, I need bar stools. I need nightstands.
Oh, shit. That's bad. Oh, and this pillow fell on top of the phone.
The whole time.
Okay.
But no, super boring. I'm also on the James Avery train. You know my bracelet's ridiculous. But I love, like, James Avery rings. Rings are my thing. I'd love a ring. Like a nice, because I was gonna get an engagement ring for Christmas. So maybe something nice.
Yeah.
Really, I love shoes. Shoes are great. But, I mean, boring shit. I love giving gifts for Christmas. Respectfully, Pam, don't listen to this if you're listening, because I'm going to tell you what I got Pam for Christmas. I got her a cat backpack. So, Pamela's obsessed with her cats. And we watched this Taylor Swift documentary called Miss Americana. And she has, like, Meredith, her little cute Scottish Fold cat, and this bubble backpack that she can, like, carry around and the cat can, like, look out. And Pamela's obsessed with her cats, so I got her a cat backpack. I got her a Taylor Swift coloring book.
Oh, cute.
I got her a Taylor Swift calendar. Like, it's like a yearly calendar for her desk.
Uh-huh.
And then I also got her a James Avery charm.
Cute.
So, got that for Pam. For Sunny, we're getting her a purse. We're getting her a Marc Jacobs purse, like one of the tote bag ones.
Cute.
We're going on that together. And then we're getting her a James Avery bracelet because she didn't have one.
So cute.
And then a little bestie charm. And then already got you one of your gifts, and then I have to get you the second one. But I think that's it. Like, not having to buy... So, when I was with my ex, I got him a gift for every one of his senses, which is a good tactic, besties.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get your man gifts, it's for each sense. So, like, sight, touch, smell, hearing, listen, whatever.
Taste.
Yeah, taste. And it's good. He loved it. And then I got, like, the brown paper, like, wrapping paper.
Uh-huh.
And I, like, wrote at each, like, sense on the wrapping paper and, like, made it cute with bows and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. And it's also easy. Because, like, smell, I got him cologne. Taste, I got him, like, a flavored lube. Like, it was fun. Like, it was cute.
Yeah.
And then I got him, like, stuff that he really wanted. On top of that, like, drumsticks signed by Travis Barker and shit like that. But that's a good boyfriend gift.
Yeah.
For everyone listening, do one for each sense. But, like, another thing that I'll say, as somebody who I'm awful at waiting for things that I want, I'll just get it unless I don't have time, like home decor. Like, I'm never at home, so except for now. #house arrest. Is put thought into your friends' gifts. Like, don't just go spend money.
Yeah.
You know? Because I feel like you feel that way too.
Yeah.
Like, you want someone to think about you rather than just spend a shit ton of money.
The best gift I've ever received in my entire life was from my ex, and he got me a set of the bum cream and the spray and a body gel and a lip balm.
Oh.
It was like a set, and it comes in a box. And I know it wasn't cheap, so, like, money does play a little bit. You know, it's not like a homemade paper weight or something, but that's something that I love and I use, and I didn't ask for. Like, he just noticed that, like...
He knew that you loved it.
Right, you love this lotion, and so he got me the whole set. And that was, like, genuinely the best gift I've ever gotten, because it wasn't all about the money. It was about, like, the thought that I knew that he had to go into Sephora and, like, get that. Yeah.
I'll say the best gift that I've ever gotten is also from my ex, but he built me a music box.
Aww.
You know, like, one that, like, you open and it plays music. Like,
that's cute.
Yeah, and it played Taylor Swift. It played Lover, our song. And it said, "To the love of my life and the music of my soul." And then I opened it up, and it was a picture of us, and it had a little dancer that would dance. I still have it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what did you do with it?
Yeah, I still have it. But that, I genuinely bawled my eyes out.
You should put butt plugs in it.
I should.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I genuinely bawled my eyes out. That was such a good gift. He was a good gift giver when he, like, got me something. Because there were multiple occasions where he was like, I didn't get you anything. Yeah.
Like, for holidays?
Anniversaries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But anyway, enough trauma dumping. To end in our first podcast, thank you for coming along on the journey. This was like most things, a fucking wreck. But I think that you'll enjoy it. If you don't, fuck off.
Go to hell.
Go to hell. Burn.
Burn.
Sorry about it. But
sorry, I was just expressing my feelings.
Thank you guys for listening. There will definitely be more. I'm not going to say it's going to be on a weekly basis, because what the fuck is going to happen between now and next week? I may be dead. We don't know. I may jump out of another car.
Please.
Who knows? But thanks for coming along. Go follow Sav on TikTok.
Go follow Macey on TikTok. We want Macey to make TikToks. When she's not on, like...
Drugs.
If
the only person who listens to this is China, I'm fine with that. If you have suggestions for the intro theme or topics or, like, little segments...
We need to make an email.
Yeah, let us know.
It's like ask Macey and Sav.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description. But let us know. Thank you guys so much for listening.
The description of whatever the fuck we're uploading this to.
Thank you guys. We love you. We'll see you soon.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
I like this.